Kes, you're here, man.
Yo. We gotta continue this song, man. We gotta say hello to everybody.
Oh yes, sir, man. Welcome.
Blessed.
How are you, man? You good?
I am good, you know. I'm really good, man. You know, it's hot and, you know, island vibes down here. So
Boy, I'm jealous.
It's good.
I'm trying to create some island vibes here.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta do what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had a few technicals, man. What was going on? We're trying to get rid of the stereotype behind Caribbean people being late. But here you are, man. What time you call this? We got that stereotype.
I actually was on the road. I was on the road before this, so I was pretty much Caribbean style late today.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna let you off because it's you, all right? First of all, I just want to welcome you on behalf of CARIB BRIT. Do you know much about Brit?
I don't know much about CARIB BRIT, you know. Honestly, I've just started to kind of get into what's happening with CARIB BRIT when this interview came up. But it's vibes. I mean, for people to represent the Caribbean, there in England and Britain, just across the world, just pushing across that vibes about us, who we are. You know, I mean, the Caribbean excellence. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, that's exactly what we're about. We're a new platform, and the main thing for us is obviously West Indian people have a long history in Britain.
Definitely.
And our big thing here is to just unite our people, you know, because when you come like Britain, we get separated. And the best thing to unite us is music, man.
That's it. You know, I heard a story of the Windrush coming to England and the introduction of the steel pan on the ship on the way, you know, and what that did for the instrument. And you know, there was a lot has happened in England. A lot of Caribbean music history, a lot of Caribbean history in general, you know. Notting Hill Carnival, if you look at the roots of that out of the protest.
Exactly.
And that happened. You know, it's such a rich history that I wish everyone, you know, they could have privy to all of that knowledge, you know.
Baddest thing is here is, if you grow up in a West Indian household here, you know your history.
Yes.
They don't teach it over here.
No.
So we learn it ourselves. So I feel like a lot of British West Indians feel like we get disconnected. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like with us, we go back home, so we go to Guyana, Trinidad, and people call us foreign.
Yes.
But when we're here, we're also seen as foreign. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So confusion of identity. So I think with our platform, with CARIB BRIT, our main thing is to just remove that and, you know, unite each other. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
no, that's a big thing, man. Because I was actually talking to one of my friends, and they were like, "Yo, we know nothing about Caribbean history. We know nothing about other history." And that is such a, I didn't realize that, because us growing up, we grew up with, you know, learning about our history, you know, even if it's to a degree. But anybody else, like you go to England, you go to the States, it's just about what their perspective of what history was, you know. So, man, you're doing some good things, man. We're going to fix that.
Honestly, bro, thank you. And thank you for being part of it. It's an honor to have you, because what you give off and what you sort of stand for and represent is exactly what we're trying to do. So blessings, man.
Goodness.
Well, continue as well. There's one more thing I need to do.
Yeah.
I have to thank you. And the reason why I'm thanking you is, so I play out a lot, right? I DJ. And when I'm playing, my first two songs are always, depending on the age of the crowd, either hello or whatless. And the reason being is those two songs there have the ability to just unite the crowds, man. So obviously I take the credit at the time, but now I have the honor of thanking the man that is really,
Blessed man.
So
blessed man.
Opportunity to thank you for those songs, man, and years of great music. Honestly,
those are, all of the songs are something important, but those two are definitely very significant songs, both Whatless and Hello. And I'm really happy because Hello is a song that, we wanted it to unite all genres, you know, for some people to, who, you know, you're not into calypso, you're not into soca, but you like Hello, you know. And
this week alone, I was having a conversation with someone before I even knew I was having the interview, right? Because I only found out this morning that I was going to be speaking to you today. You know? Yeah, and what a blessing. But this week alone, I was playing the song and someone said, "I really like this music." I said, "So this is soca music, you know?" They said, "Nah, this ain't soca," because they associate soca with, obviously we're in Britain, remember?
Yeah.
They associate soca with just being crazy, hype, fast.
Yes. But
Hello had like you said, had the ability to cross genres.
Definitely. I mean, I think it was a matter of deliberately tapping into calypso. You know, a lot of us don't know the difference between calypso and soca, it's sort of the same difference between dancehall and reggae, in that soca is sort of the child of calypso. And calypso being that foundation music of the Caribbean, even before reggae. You know, we really wanted to get some of those elements back into soca. Of course, there's the jump up and there's the power and there's all of that. But I think my vibe is I like when the BPMs are a little slower. Not that I wouldn't touch a little fast BPM once in a while, but my vibe is slow. Yeah, because you know we sing reggae, we sing pop, we sing other stuff. So that BPM and that vibe kind of like makes it easy to mix everything, you know.
Well, I grew up in a household with, my dad has 7 sisters, right? And they're all into their old calypso. They're all into Pharaoh. Yeah.
Yes.
But you see the music you bring, it's for everyone. So young people vibes to it, older people vibes to it. And I think it's that soul to your song, so that soul to your music. So
it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Blessing.
Yeah. So I think the main thing I want to start with is giving you your congratulations for the We Online concerts. I've seen
man.
Online content, but that there, let me just.
Blessed, man.
So I want you to just talk about where the idea of the We Online sort of the idea started from, really.
Yeah, you know, We Home. I mean, We Home is really, you know, we were grounded, of course, because of everything, and you know, this is the first time I'm actually home or in one country for more than a year. In like 15 plus years, because we've been really touring extensively. So it's like being at home, it's sort of, you end up being still and you end up, you know, clarity, you know. And for us, we were like, you know, we didn't really capture ourselves live properly within this last decade, you know. Even the shows that we tried to record, you know, it was still a fet, you know, it was still more or less that setting. So we said, let's do a live album, you know, let's just take some of our hits and said, yo, We Home, so let's just name it We Home. Brilliant. And then we said, yo, I mean, we should do a performance. I mean, people are really missing the vibe, and we miss it too. Let's do a production. And I think from the live album, it sort of spawned into, yo, let's present the music in a different way, and in a way that, you know, even if someone is, you know, has not been introduced to soca, they could get it, they could understand. I always said that soca music, and any music in general, when you see it live, you get what it is, because people relate to the drummer, they relate to the guitarist, they relate to the bassist, you know, like you understand the band element connects. And, you know, to see people, like I remember the first time I saw Davido play in Kaya Fest in Miami, you know, I listened to Afrobeat a lot, but I never heard a band play it before, you know. So when his band played, I was like, wow, okay, cool. Like I honestly only now get, you know, so we want to provide that for people. Like I really believe that, you know, we're a band and it's my brothers, and you know, we want to capture that live sound. You know, it's good to sing on tracks and DJ and a few things, but I think that live element, you know, you can't replace that. That's the translation.
You feel it in your soul when you feel the music hit, right?
Exactly. And what's good about that is that you know, you never perform it the same way all the time, you know. It's a fingerprint each time, you know. So
that concept that you had of the We Home online concert, and
man,
honestly, I think it was, like you said, it was exactly what we're missing, because being in lockdown, we can listen to music still, but we can't feel it.
Yes.
And I think what we managed to achieve with those shows was that we felt it. And I think what was special for me was, you know, with a concert, you know, your artist track this, but you don't know when you're going to drop your song.
Yes.
Like you see when you did Nah Let Go, the Jam Dong, 5 days, that just one after the other.
Yeah, man.
That I'm talking about in the soul, man. It was
I think a set list is a conversation to me, you know. A set list is where you place your songs, you know. It's really an entire conversation you're carrying through, and I really try to connect the set in a way that, you know, it carries you, it brings you down, and it brings you back up, and you know, it's important where it goes and what and you know, which part of the conversation it is, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I cannot speak highly enough of that.
Blessed, man. Goodness.
It was amazing.
Yeah, man.
And I wanted to ask, so obviously for me, it brought me a lot of joy.
Yes, sir.
sort of bring to that show there. And I wanted to just touch on the importance of what you do in your music and what it does for other people, and how important it is during this difficult time and this difficult year that we had, you know?
Yeah, you know, it brought me joy too. It brought all of us joy. You know, I think for us, activating again was important. You know, because eventually, you know, when it all hit, our carnival was the first and last of 2020
as well, and I
you know?
didn't.
Yeah, man, and you know, we won Road March and we run Soca Monarch, and yeah, it was vibes. You know,
I didn't had it in
yeah,
you,
we did.
I didn't think you had it in you, but boy, stage gone bad. Oh,
Stage gone bad, but I'd also thank Iowa too. You know what I mean? Because it was just a great combination. You know, and I think that you know, coming off of that, I almost felt like the end of a chapter in a sense, you know, even before COVID and all of that. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, this was all right. This was cool. I think I was over the competition thing for a while, and I think even though when it came, I was like, it's nice, but you know, there's so much more. And and when the lockdown happened, it was kind of like we were in a daze, like for a bit. I mean, I was actually healing after Carnival, because after Carnival I'm shut, so I'm just you know, trying to catch myself. My birthday is like right after Carnival too, so. You know, just chilling, and then the day after my birthday, things locked down here, and it's like, whoa. So I just remained in the gaze for about 2 months after that, you know, just did nothing, you know, and sort of like took it all in like everyone else. And then, you know, eventually it was like, all right, you know, this is what we're dealing with, so what we're gonna do. And you know, from there, I tried to activate. I mean, I honestly feel as if the activation initially started with me when I learned to plant a little better.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like I got in the soil and I got like dealing with the plants and, you know, growing my little herbs and such. It sort of opened up a different side of my creative. You know, it was so more like a personal sort of thing. And then you know, I just took it step by step after that. You know, some days I felt on, some days it was like, what the fuck going on here? You know, you know. But yo, I'm happy where we've reached. I'm proud of the team and I'm proud of the industry right now because of how much material we've put out despite everything, you know.
Well, I think the soca scene, particularly in the UK as well, was probably the most proactive in lockdown in terms of providing online entertainment.
Sweet.
I don't think I've seen. There's a few other scenes we have. Remember, over here, soca is back. A lot of different, right?
Yes.
But in terms of online entertainment, soca was the one that was making sure everybody still had joy in their household.
I mean, and I think that's the purpose of soca music. You know, it's really, you know, I look at music as like colors, a paint and a palette. You know what I mean? And soca is definitely that happy color. You know, it's definitely that upliftment, and it's that. You know, it's a revolution that turned into a celebration, and I think there's a combination that happens between celebration and revolution. That's you know, it transcends, you know, and it raises a spirit, and I think soca captures that, you know, in its entirety. Now, if you embrace it, you know, in all its dimensions, not just, you know, on the road and mash a party and thing. No, you have to know where it comes from, and then for those who've never been to Trinidad or anything, you'd realize that the parties and fetes are almost like the top 40 segments of stuff, and the real essence of it, if you touch the road and you know who to roll with, we'll show you the real thing, and you would leave changed, you know, totally. It changed your life.
It happened to me. 2000,
yeah.
2000,
what I'm talking about.
First time when I reached, and I said to myself, when I turn years old, I'm going.
Yeah, man.
In 2015, and honestly, a big part of me is still there, you know.
Yes, man.
Trying to come back since.
Yeah, man.
It's life, but eventually we will.
Yeah, man, for sure, man.
We have obviously Notting Hill Carnival here, and I think Carnival is beautiful for what it is, but there is something so raw and historical with being in Trinidad.
Yes.
Trinidad that's comparable to anywhere I've ever been.
It's not, you know, and I think too as well, when you have an entire country shutting down to celebrate.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. There's not like you know, this person is not, and then there's a lock off time, and no, there's none of that, you know. So for those, you know, when you are a part of that matrix of energy, you can't help but be affected, you know. You can't help but, you know, and that's the sweetness about it for me, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So we're in the month of February now. I've got no flights right now. I can't travel. So what do I have to look forward to this month, Kes?
Well, Joe, we have a festival actually happening next week. It's called IZWE, and it's really about us sort of presenting our take on our culture, you know, all the aspects of it and the essence of who we are. And we're doing actually, this is the first socially distanced crowd that we're playing for, you know. And this is the first time we're trying it.
You are managing to get a live crowd in the concert.
Yeah, once you know, all the protocols followed, and we, you know, everything is spaced in the way that it should be. We're allowed to fill places half capacity at least, and you know, it's strict and it's different and it's confined, but I think just seeing human beings, you know, partying in front of us is such
all the difference.
You know,
give me 10, give me 100, we make it work, right?
You know what I mean? So we do 5 nights. So we do from Tuesday, next week, Tuesday the 9th, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the Saturday show, the grand finale, we broadcast across the world, you know. Check out that for those who want to tune in. Check us out on kestiband.com, and you can get all the information for the streaming aspect of it. And for those at home, yes, you can buy a ticket and party.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And what would you recommend someone that's buying? Obviously, we can't even leave our house, right? We're in So what should the setup be at home?
Well, you know what? You need to make it into all-inclusive fit. You know what I mean? You set up a screen. You could do whatever you want, like how you view it. But make sure you plug in a system. You know, make sure there's a sound system attached. Make sure your drink's intact. You know, your eats. It's all-inclusive. Yeah, a little all-inclusive party. Your best people, and you'll wild out. Just wild out. You know, I mean, and that's what people have been doing here actually. Like even with the We Home stuff, they, you know, people went out in their yard and they put a projector up and they just had their own little vibes there, you know. And I think that's going to be the nature of stuff moving on, you know.
Yeah. Then hopefully though, we do want to see packed out venues again. Don't get me wrong.
Man, I do miss that, and I think that's just our human needs at that point in time, you know. I think that we are not meant to be as separate as this. This is not natural to a human being. So I really I don't think that this will be forever. I think eventually it's gonna change, but we're definitely going through a piece of history right now, you know. So
well, I think your new song with Private Round, you see the message that you put in that song?
Yes.
So in schools as well, right? And I play with the kids that I teach, and the reason being because it gives hope. And I think the message that you sort of portray in your music is that, look, this ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? And I really felt that with that new song.
Exactly.
Check that
one
out.
Man. Listen, man, I'm glad you got it, because, you know, we were really contemplating of what we were going to release this year, and you know, I'm working on an album for after Carnival time, and it's a borderless album, so in a sense it's, you know, it's all types of music and all crossing all genres. But for Carnival was very special, and we knew we had to really release something that made sense, you know, and that was representative of what we were feeling and what I was feeling. So that song was from the heart, you know. I took my time with it, and as simple as it was, I just really wanted the words to be correct, to say exactly what I meant. We tweaked, and we got it. Blessed man. And there's one more coming Monday called IZWE, and that's really the theme song of the whole festival. But that as well is an important piece of music for me, because it goes into the grit of it, to the drums, to the drums and fire, you know, of where it comes from. You know?
I think when I listened to Private Ryan's Soca Starter, I think I heard it midway through, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, I stopped it and I was on YouTube. Where can I get this song? But it hadn't been.
It was about 2 days before. It was like
a week or so. And I was thinking, where is this Kes song, man? I need this one. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It gives them that we need right now, man. Definitely.
Yes, we do. And I'm happy, you know. I really wanted to have something too that could live on, because at the end of the day, you know, it's beyond COVID, you know. It's like we have to keep jamming on no matter what, you know. Life, we're here, we have a gift, and we're all gonna meet our challenges, and it's really about finding that back door, you know, on a sense, that back seat to observe the motion of life rather than be subject to its ups and downs and all of that. We need to really get to that place of infinite love to see the whole purpose of it, you know, like a picture, like a painting, rather than, you know. And I wish that for everybody, you know. I find it sometimes, and sometimes I'm caught up sometimes, but you know, especially in these times, we could get in our minds too much and forget what's real. And what's real is that infinite love and that vibe, and we just do things to remind you of what is real, you know.
So that was going to lead to my next question. Is I heard you speak about the planting, but I know you've gone into a bit of, but just doing your energy.
Yes, I'm a ganja plant. What's that?
Yeah, you're planting. Yeah. But you said you was doing some planting in some gardening.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Was that your thing to protect your energy during these difficult times that we've had so far? What was
most definitely. You know, it actually brought a lot of like just knowledge in a different way. I don't know if it's the sacred geometry of the plants themselves, or it's just the meditation on it. There's a clarity, and I believe that, you know, I've always been someone inclined to go in the bush and to nature and stuff like that. It's just been, I feel the most at home and connected with myself and like God, or however you want to call it. But I feel connected to the all in all, and I feel like being around those plants and just things fall apart, and you're trying with it and you're working with it, and you see the fruits of your labor, and there was just something beautiful about it, you know what I mean? And I think it carried me, because, you know, we all try to get energy, and I think that what this time made me realize is that I need to always be aware of where I get my energy.
Yeah,
you know? It's like, you know, we're accustomed getting in, like, you know, if you go backstage, there's parties, there's crowds, there's people, there's that vibes, and it's just cool and it's just nice. But I think true energy comes from a deeper source, and this time made me really connect to that and sort of like activate myself, you know what I mean?
No, really,
yeah, man.
Yeah. So up to that, I can really feel that. Right. So, hey, you've been to the UK. You performed in the UK.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love London, you know, and I have a few great friends, and I've had a lot of great memories in London, man. It's just been yeah, man. It's a beautiful place. Actually, the producer who does all my vocals, he did Savannah Grass, he did so many of my vocals, and we're gonna be releasing this next track. I mean, yeah, he's from England, you know. He actually came to Trinidad. His name is Dawala, Neil Dawala. Yeah, man. He came to Trinidad and just never left, man. And we kidnapped him, you know.
That can happen, boy.
Yeah, man.
That can happen.
Yeah.
So, I was hearing rumors that you was potentially going to be performing in 2020. Was that true?
If we're potentially going to be performing where?
You was potentially going to be performing in London in 2020 before the...
Oh, yeah.
I was hearing rumors. Was that true?
Definitely.
Yeah?
I'm always trying to get to London. I'm always trying to get to London. I think London is the center of the world, in a sense of it's the East and the West where they meet. And I think it's just everyone, you know, like above all, I just love to be in London and eat good food, like eat authentic food all over, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna get like Arabic food, you're getting pure Arabic. If you're gonna get Indian food, you're getting pure Indian food. If you're getting Chinese, you're getting pure Chinese, you know?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And I think it's a place where I'd love to do a huge free show in London. Like I'd love for that to be, you know what I mean? Just to make something happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because we haven't played enough, you know, in London. We did the biggest show that we did was in O2, the O2 Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And we did one of our signature concerts that we do here. We did it in London, and it was great. You know, it was an awesome time.
Yeah,
so, but not enough.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. 2021, potentially 2022. We'll be seeing you back over here again.
Yes, goodness.
Are you in touch with obviously I know you've reached out before and linked up with various artists like here, and you've gone across the. But I'm thinking about have you linked up or you're aware of any UK artists that you potentially want to work with?
I mean, yo, I love UK artists. The first time I was really exposed to it, I went to Virgin Fest and I remember I see Tiny Temper and Plan B and all these groups, man. I mean, there's so many, and I think we've been washed over by America's music so much that we weren't aware of like just the magnificence that was coming out of England, and I think from there I'm constantly digging, you know. I'm a great fan of like Sabre Maverick. Like he has this song called I Need, and it's just one of the I need sunshine, I need angels, I need, and it's just that music is very special to London. I mean, I think that sort of soul mixed with a little bit of Caribbean, mixed with a little bit of, you know, and British with it. It's just cool. I mean, so for me, I'm still learning, and I'd love to do, you know, a collaboration or two with a British star.
You had one of ours, obviously. You said you're into Afro beats, and we had Afro. The Afro B is a London boy.
Yeah, I mean, I know Afro B really well. He actually performed in one of our concerts this year, actually. So
he had that song with Marshall last year.
Yeah. I mean, a great song as well. Awesome song. Stylo G, boss one, man. Stylo G is a boss, you know. Yeah. Well, seen him a few times.
So many artists want to link.
Yeah, man. This great, you know. It's just music, man. It's good. I mean, Steph London is also amazing, and yeah, man. Just pick up the whole London crew, man, and just keeping that vibe going, you know. And yeah, you know, and a lot of the Afrobeat movement has, you know, came out of London as well too, on the London underground. Same thing with reggae music, you know, bam, out on the underground in London. So important place.
No, I appreciate that, man. Well, trust me, whenever you do come back over again, you've got a warm welcome from all of us, from myself.
Yes,
and I mean that, honestly.
Let me hold our good vibes, man, for sure.
Before I wrap up and finish, I really wanted to do this game with you, okay?
Yeah.
So, there were so many years that I could have gone back on, but I thought I'd narrow it down to the last years. And the thing I'm going to do is there's so many great hits that you brought out in the last 3-4 years. As a DJ, I know that I have a favorite. Right? I wanted to know what the artist's favorite tracks were. So I want you to name one song. I have mine, and I want to see if we're on the same wave.
If it's a favorite song, but you know what it is? It's like actually asking you to choose which child is your favorite child, because
I've heard some parents say they have a favorite. You know.
What was that?
I've heard some parents say that they do have a favorite.
I'm not gonna lie though. I've had everything we put out. We've been I want to be in love with it. You know. What it does after we release is really up to the people. And I think one of the songs that really fascinated and still fascinates me, I'm not gonna lie, it's between two, of course, Hello and Savannah Grass. But I think with Hello for me, even though of course it's the most commercial and it's most commercially successful, I think what Hello surprised me is that we've had listeners of that song from all over, and so much that I met a couple in Trinidad. They were staying in this cabin, right, up in a pyramid, right? And I go there sometimes, and you know, just to hold a meditation. And they were up there, you know, in the area, and they didn't know who I was at all. And they were from England. And we just ended up in a conversation, and I realized they didn't know, and I actually was very happy with that. And we were talking, and she was like, "Hey, you know, this guy was like, you look familiar." I was like, "Yeah, you know, I don't know. Some people say that." And then he was like, "My wife plays the ukulele, and she plays this song, man. She plays a song called Hello. It's like, we love that song," and da. And I laughed at it. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, that's great, man. That's cool." She was like, and then when eventually he realized, like, "Yo, you're that dude." And I was like, "Shit, yeah." And then she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know it was from Trinidad. Like, I didn't even know it was from here. Like, I thought it was just, I didn't even know." Yeah. And then I didn't know he looked like you. I thought, you know, somebody totally different.
Yeah, man.
That I love when music does that. I love when it kind of walks through doors, and I'm not even in your room, and it's in another room, you know.
I've seen he's going live, yeah. host is a guy called MC Stifler from Antigua.
Yeah.
So when we start with your song, he honestly tells the crowd, find someone you don't know, say hello. Simple. And everybody
Beautiful.
does it. Honestly,
Beautiful. That's
everybody
beautiful.
giving love to each other. And that's down to you, bro. So honestly, you smashed it.
Beautiful. Man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you something though. When we release a song, to be very honest, it's not ours again. And it becomes everyone else's. And the reality is, yes, we created it. But I think the unfolding of that song, man, is just amazing to see what it does. And I think that's up to the people. You know, it's like a mango tree, do ask back for its mango, or claim its mango that it given, you know? So if you take the mango and you like it, you want to put it in your fridge or your car or whatever, that's up to you now. So I kind of I release stuff, and some stuff slow burn, some stuff catches a fire. And you know,
I'll have to share with you before I finish my favorite, and it goes back to the times where before we really had like seamless digital streaming like we do now. So basically, how us Caribbeans over in London used to access our music was if someone went back home, you just used to give them a CD wallet and say, fill up my CD wallet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I remember one year, one of my cousins came back and they had, just show me where you're from.
Yes.
You know. Oh my God. The reason why that song was so powerful is because I'm telling you, down Notting Hill, like I said, we have such a mixed crowd. But when that song was playing, you're seeing all kinds.
That was the... Yeah, man.
Honestly, man, we're going way back, but that was a...
No, but that's a significant track, man. We really, yeah, man, that song, wow. I mean, when we came out with it, it was a little forward for the time, and we actually approached other people for the rhythm, and like they were like a little hands off because it was a little too pop, you know, it was a little too dance, and but I loved it so much. Yeah, man, and you know, I think to me, once the Rukung's there, you can do anything you want, man. You can do anything you want.
No, real powerful song that.
Yes,
so I'm gonna finish on that one there. Kes is that's it. From CARIB BRIT, from myself, John Boy, from Shabba Parties. It's been an honor, and I've got my ticket already, you know. So I'll be seeing you. I've got my ticket.
Saturday.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, man. Pick up the entire London crew, man. Blessed. We will see each other again for sure, man.
Definitely. Before we finish, is there anything else you want to say?
I just want to say, you know, to the Caribbean people, you know, we have been through a lot, and we gonna get through this together, and we gonna get through shining as usual, because we are survivors and we know how to do it. They put we all over the place, but we survive, and we create the vibes for the world.
Just say that. Yes, listen, Kes, honor, man. God bless you. All the
best,
best,
man.
Take care,
all the best, man. Bless it.
Yes, blessing.